So if you're someone that wants to go to space and you think that's cool, this movie will definitely change your mind because space is not a pleasant place. And that just rhymed. So George Clooney and Sandra Bullock are astronauts and doing some work on the Hubble Space Telescope, and then some Russians decide it's a good idea to shoot down one of their own satellites. And obviously this doesn't work out well, so it causes like a chain reaction of like space debris that hits everything. So now there's basically a shotgun blast of space debris coming towards them, and this is where the movie starts. Now what you see in the trailer is actually what happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie. So I'm not gonna say any more about it, but it is basically a survival story and it's a good one. It's not like that movie where there's a couple guys trapped on a ski lift or something like that. So the thing that everyone's raving about in this movie is obviously the visuals, which are really amazing in my opinion. The entire movie is pretty much set in space and everything just looks and feels so real despite knowing that it's all CGI. Even the opening shot of the movie is like 10 to 15 minutes long. It's just a single continuous tracking shot that has like no cuts for 15 minutes. How was that even done? Apparently the same technology that was used in Gravity was used in Avatar. So the idea for this movie was already around for a long time, but they didn't have the technology to do it until Avatar came along. The visuals are definitely one of the strongest points of the movie. There's even these first person shots from like Sandra Bullock's point of view where you can really feel like it feels like you're there, and then you can feel the kinophobia, which is of course the fear of open spaces and voids. And those shots are probably some of the coolest shots in the movie. I really like those. The music in this movie is really good as well. It added a lot to the tension and intensity of the movie, and this movie is pretty damn intense. Everything is just really immersive and it really puts you in the movie, and it makes you think about how scary space actually is. Imagine if you're just floating in space and you have no hope. You're just gonna die running out of oxygen. Sound design was also great. Scientists and physicists won't be foaming at the mouth. This was actually very scientifically accurate for a movie. There's no atmosphere in space, which means there's no sound, and the movie does stay true to this. So it further added to the realism of the movie. So the movie aced everything on a technical standpoint. George Clooney's character basically is George Clooney, and he was good. Sandra Bullock wasn't the first choice for the lead role, but I think she did great in this movie. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and I can't really think of any negative points, but I can definitely see how someone might not dig it as much. I had a friend who thought the movie is boring, and I guess that's a personal thing. We just don't really like the genre of the movie. But for anyone that digs these kind of sci-fi space thriller survival kind of movies, you should definitely go check out Gravity. Even if you don't, I'd say it's worth the watch anyway. There isn't really much story though, and that's pretty evident considering this is a survival story and not like some sci-fi drama or anything. So I would say if you're looking for more story, you should go watch something like Oblivion or even Moon. Moon is really good. But anyway, that's all I got for Gravity. Feel free to agree or disagree, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.